Joe, ready to once again get cracking. Oh, I barely had the strength. Barely had the strength to finish that, opening that. Oh, my delicate, gentle hands. Yes, it is episode 5 of my 5 episode marathon. Well, marathon recording session, recording marathon. All right, I don't know the orders of the words. You'll have to bear with me. But yes, this is the 5th episode I've recorded today on Sunday, just to make sure that I have content available for you, my loyal and lovely and dedicated viewers, for each day of the week. And this episode will be going up Thursday, barring unforeseen circumstances. Let's see, well, what could happen? Well, an EMP blast could completely wipe out all electronics. My internet could be down. Hard drive failure. I could forget to upload the video. All sorts of things could possibly happen. But as I record this, I do so with the full intention of making sure that you get the good stuff. And that's why you come here, for the good stuff. Let's see, so it's Sunday afternoon for moi, and not much has changed since I last recorded the other episode, which was around 1 o'clock. Let's see, I took another break between episodes, obviously, and did one more match of Gambit in Destiny 2, and this time we got the V. It's a fairly hard-fought battle, to be completely honest. We lost the first round rather convincingly, and the second round was kind of bare-knuckle, and then the third round was also bare-knuckle, and we were behind for quite a bit of it, too. And the enemy invaders were pretty good. There's this one guy with a sniper rifle. Man, that guy was vicious. Vicious and darn good. Darn good. Let's just say he planted a couple holes in Freelancer Joe. But yeah, we pulled it off. And of course, thanks to the magnificent strategery of Freelancer Joe and timing and knowing when to go for it and when to pull back, well, the overall stats didn't really reflect how much of a contribution I made. But that's okay, because I'm a team player. Well, enough blabbing about my online virtual exploits. How y'all doing? It's Thursday afternoon for you, right? While I'm doing that, let me go ahead and set things up. Thursday afternoon for you. Was it good and wonderful and nice? Okay. I certainly hope it was good, wonderful, and nice. You know what? I hope it was also fantastic. And we'll go with life enriching. I like that. Life enriching, that's good. I don't have too many of those days, to be honest. Let's see. Let me project into my mind what Thursday's going to be like for me. Well, still going to be settling in. I mean, maybe I'll be productive if I wasn't productive on the Wednesday. No doubt my thoughts will be moving towards the weekend. And the very first adjustment I'll probably be having to make. Yeah, so in my old project, I was basically doing extra hours of work Monday through Thursday, and then I did a half day on Friday. Probably not doing that the first week. Maybe not. Maybe long term, I'll probably switch back to a slightly more normal schedule, a full day, all days of the week. But that kind of mucks things up because Friday's usually reserved for me doing things like chores and my grocery shopping. So I might have to change up that routine. Okay, so the IDE's up. Let's bring up the browser. I can't say I'm entirely happy at the prospect of that, but maybe that's a good thing. I think maybe I've been too lax because of it. So what happens is, I mean, I get all the stuff I need to take care of done Friday, right? So then Saturday and Sunday, well, it's very nice. I veg out, and it's very nice, but it also kind of, I think, contributes to the stagnation feeling. The downside is by fitting everything into the normal traditional weekend, it's kind of like when you go on a diet for a very long time, that first cheat meal that you get, you kind of go overboard. Uh, you know, without an extended down period time, my concern is that I'm more prone to breakage. Uh, Concern, perhaps. And maybe I'm just overthinking things, with the holiday around the corner and the cooler season. I'm hoping it's the perfect change that I need to not mess things up, mix things up. Okay, so we're still working with the demo, and we'll run it up, start it up, run it up, start. The neighbor's dogs. How long have they been here? At least 1 month? Probably 2, I think. Since October, actually. Well, that's only 2. I think since September. Alright, coming up, coming up, coming up. Whew, boy. It is quite a task to try and come up with things to say for the equivalent of 2.5 hours. And just because I've recorded them doesn't mean I'm done. I actually have to go ahead and post-process them. I'm sure to professional or amateur or even novice video editors, what I do isn't worthy of the term post-processing, but it's all relative. As opposed to just uploading the raw videos, I at least do some changes. Not much now that I think about it. I just put a banner in front and a banner at the end, and I do a fade. I never said I spend a lot of time doing post-processing, but I do a lot of post-processing. And actually, it still takes time, even with those small changes I do. The editor, when it's doing the processing, I mean, it takes a while because of the size of the videos. Alright, so what do we got here? I believe... Yes, we have our calendar working. Isn't that neat? Isn't that gorgeous? But you know what I don't like? Just from a style point, I mean, I know what's going on, and some of the more savvy internet users are maybe familiar with what that thing is, but you probably want a visual cue to indicate what's going on. Also, we probably want to increase some of the padding. Let me see. If we add padding to calendar, how much padding do we want to add? Probably just 5 overall, I think. That's a nice number. No, not calendar root. Is it calendar root? Yeah, calendar root. It's typography. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to wrap it in a div. Right? Yeah. Okay, so let's try to be consistent. So we have progress, so we'll have one for, we'll call that the header. So now that I say that, I think it's a subheading. So what? Okay, that's fine. I think that merely refers to the font size and style. So rename this to header, and we'll make it a padding of. You know what? No, let's stick with 5 for now. And just like that previous mistake, I didn't spell this correctly. Padding, okay. And so we shall put the typography in a div that has the style classes dot header, indent, 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 indent. I'm repeating myself. Indent. It's an odd chant. I wish I could say it's soothing, relaxing. So that's fine. And let's also go ahead and add 5 padding to the progress and calendar styles. Let's see how that works, or looks. Works and looks. And probably don't need it on the hidden one, but just to be consistent. Watch it be what I actually want to do is the margin. Ah. Well, since it disappears, I don't think I need the console anymore. How's that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that looks better. Okay, yeah, I like that spacing better. But what I also wanted to add was a message. So we'll use typography again. And we've got div, class progress, we got that. Hopefully it will inherit the column layout. Alright, so we don't want the variant for heading because it's the same as the other one. So let's go back to Michelle UI. Let's take a look at our options, style, typography, and heading, subtitle. Oh, wait. Subheading is deprecated? Really? Ugh. Alright, so great. They changed a whole bunch of things. Page 6. And that means I have to go and update. All of my templates. Well, on the plus side, that means I got content for a while now. And so, if you're no. This is going to be my message. So I say we'll make the message subtitle 1. Loading events 1, 2, 3. And we make you, what is it, H6 heading? H6. H6. Yeah, when did they make that change? It must have been back when 3. I think it was 3. I remember having to do a big update. A couple months back, I want to say. Oh, yeah, that does look pretty good though. I like that. That's nice. That's nice. Although, yeah, no, that's good. I was thinking maybe I center that message, but okay, that's good. All right. So what was the one thing I was thinking about doing? Okay. So the calendar just pops in when it's done, right? So what if we use a transition to kind of give it some zest, some zing, some tanginess, if you will? Where are the transitions? Layout, utils, transitions. All right. Ooh. To better support your priorities design. Fade my component. Collapse. I do like fade. Fade is nice. So can we fade in the calendar and fade out the transition bar? I wonder if we can do that. Okay, so it should be pretty simple actually, I think. We import the component. Hopefully this will go a lot smoother than the... Well, no, the progress bar was pretty straightforward. We import the fade. And fade in. Okay. So they put it around a paper. Can it work on a div? Alright, well that is an interesting question now, isn't it? Alright, so let's start with the progress. I like the calendar. We'll start with the calendar, because that was the big one. So we're going to wrap this div with the fade component. Oh, you know what? We don't even have to use that class thing anymore. So it'll still be there, just, will it, won't it? Okay, well that'll be interesting. So we'll just leave that calendar name as that. And in is going to be not loading, I believe. Right? What does it say for in? What is in? Fade in. Okay, I think that's correct. No, if it's not, then it's the other one. So that's the beauty of dealing with booleans. It's one or the other. Not much of a fade. Not much of a fade at all. Can I specify how long? In timeout. Okay, the duration for the transition. You may specify a single timeout for all transitions. Okay, so timeout in milliseconds. Let's go with, what do you feel like? 1 second? Which would be 1,000 milliseconds. Too many bottles to use. Cans. I'm not hitting the bottle. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. You like that, don't you? I like that. All right, and you know what? Let's do the same for let's do the same for the transition bar. Not the transition. The linear progress component. But we will make that timeout faster. First, let's fix the spacing. That's about right. And as it turned, one more for fade itself. Of course, what this also means, we actually don't need this. Oh no, why did you do that? We don't need this second calendar class name. We don't need that conditional check anymore. So let's go get rid of this one. It's a shame. See, I spent all that, well, not a lot of time, but I spent time. I did spend that time tracking down the fact that I misspelled visibility. Alright, and the progress bar. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, progress itself, it's just going to be, oh, so it would always render it. That's the thing. Well, it would be opaque or not. What do you think? You know what? We can play with it. We'll see. We'll see if we like it. Wrap that or close that. Comment out this block for now. Oh, we need the entire return. So, fader, I am your father. Alright. No. Trying to keep it together for this last episode. Alright, whereas calendar was not loading, we want progress to show when it is loading, and we want it to be a half a second. So let's see how that works. Oh, for a minute there, I thought the camera froze. Kind of surprised nobody's complained yet, to be completely honest. Oh, it didn't like that. It didn't like that at all. Let's see. Compiled. Calendar class names. Oh yeah, okay. Classes.calendar. The dangers of trying to clean things up. You leave more of a mess. Alright, are we almost done with this coconut? Alright, that came up. Alright, that's, oh yes. Fade out, fade in, oh yes. Well, this is blinking. Oh, it felt like it was blinking. Maybe it's just me. Oh, maybe it's because it was. Okay, it's switched. It's a double blink. As long as you're not epileptic, it's fine. A bit blasé, aren't I? Well, what can I say? I've been recording episodes all day, so I like to think that maybe it's okay for me to be just a little bit slack. But one thing we should not be slack about is making sure that we commit. Get committed? No. I'm sure some of you think I should be committed. Actually, we need to make sure that we commit the code because we've made a number of changes. And we want to make sure that it is saved. In case, again, something happens to the hard drive, we don't want to have to recreate all the work. Get status, get commit dash am. What did we add? We added progress and transition. Git push. is pushed. Alright, and let's go ahead and go to GitHub and just check to see if it's all in there. It really should be. Have yet to have an issue. And the update was 25 seconds ago. Alright, so it's pushed in. So now, your boy Freelancer Joe thinks it's time to wrap it up, as well as time to think about what he's having for dinner. Well, I can tell you part of what he's having for dinner. Part of what he's having for dinner is what was left over from yesterday's dinner. Freelancer Joe ate lots of good food yesterday, but he ate something that he didn't really want to eat, and it was crow. Yes, eating crow. Because, as it turns out, I made that big hooply-doo-dee-doo-dah about my mom's birthday being on the 26th. Well, in my defense, I wasn't actually there for the event. But I got it from a fairly reliable source that's kind of close to that matter that actually her birthday was on the 22nd. And it's obviously been on the 22nd ever since she was born. Needless to say, Freelancer Joe has not been correctly celebrating it. So yeah, definitely still eating crow. And what's even funnier, well, in a very, very black-hearted kind of way, is simply that my mom is actually one of three. She's part of some triplets. And yet, no time has the date, November 22nd, at least kind of stuck into my head for any of their birthdays. So it's, yeah. I mean, on the plus side, the gift did get there on the 23rd. So you can kind of say, oh, well, it was delayed because of Thanksgiving. But then I sent the birthday wish message on the 26th, and I made this Freelancer Joe episode where I made the big hooply doo-dah about my mom's birthday being on the 26th. So, yeah, still eating that crow. Well, hopefully I can make it up to her with a good Christmas present. Maybe. Oh, well, come on. How can anybody stay mad at all this? Seriously. But we are just about at the 30-minute mark, so, I mean, I'll wrap it up like a minute or so early. So, yeah, wrapping it up now. We are checked in. We've got the calendar in a pretty good state. The only thing really missing is adding a form so that a user can try out adding events of their own. And how long would that take? Probably. Well, you wouldn't think the stuff I did today would take that long, and not technically it didn't. It's not a lot of work, but for you basically got to see me work for 2 hours continuously, so it's all kind of strung together. Although you'll be watching this over the week, so it's not going to seem like that to you. Oh well. But yeah, the form thing shouldn't take too long either, because I already have a lot of stuff that takes in information from forms and displays. So, yeah. Should be good. Unless I try to pad it some more myself. And who knows what other things might have changed in Material UI. So, if you'll excuse the verbal tick, we shall see. But yeah, gonna wrap it up for now. Cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I certainly hope you've enjoyed my marathon recording, and I'm sure it feels like a marathon to watch them. So, cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting, and I hope you join me on Friday. I should be recording that episode fresh, as in I'll record it Friday and upload it Friday. And until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.